If I asked you what's the most important thing in dating, most people would probably say attraction or communication. Maybe you would think about finding someone who makes you laugh or someone who's easy to talk to. These things matter, of course, but the truth is, there's something even deeper, something that quietly decides whether your relationship will flourish or fade. The foundation of everything in dating is trust. You can have all the chemistry in the world, you can have fun, you can have wild adventures, but if trust isn't there, none of it lasts. The good news? Building trust isn't about grand gestures or dramatic conversations. It starts with small habits, tiny, everyday choices that add up to something unbreakable. So, why is trust so important? Let's break it down. Without trust, relationships are filled with suspicion, questioning, and anxiety. You second guess every word, every action. You wonder, are they really where they say they are? What did that text mean? Why did they take so long to reply? This pressure doesn't just hurt you, it hurts both of you. It creates a tense environment where every interaction can feel like walking on eggshells. But with trust, everything changes. You get peace, you get safety, you get connection. Suddenly, the little things that used to stress you out, the late reply, the change of plans, don't bother you. You just think they're probably busy. They'll text later, and you stay calm. That calmness is the difference between a relationship that feels like a safe haven and one that feels like a storm. Let's make it real for a second. Imagine you're waiting for a text back from someone you care about. The minutes tick by, maybe even hours. If trust is shaky, your mind starts spinning. What's going on? Are they with someone else? Are they losing interest? But if trust is strong, you shrug and move on with your day. You know they'll get back to you. You know you matter to them. That's the kind of peace that trust brings. So how do you build trust? Not with huge declarations or dramatic promises, but with small habits. Let's dive into the first one. Keep your word. It sounds basic, but it's the most powerful thing you can do. Do what you say you're going to do every single time. Even the tiniest promises matter. If you say, I'll call you tomorrow, then call. If you say, let's meet at 8, be there. These simple actions are like bricks. You're building the wall of trust one by one. Over time, the other person starts to feel, I can rely on them. They do what they say. That reliability becomes the bedrock of the relationship. Think about how it feels when someone keeps their word with you. You stop worrying about whether plans will fall through or whether you will be let down. You relax knowing that you're dealing with someone who respects your time and values your feelings. And when you're the one keeping your word, you're telling the other person, you matter to me. Your trust matters to me. It's a simple habit, but it's one that quietly shapes everything. The second habit is to be honest and open. Hiding things, even small things, breaks trust. Transparency, on the other hand, strengthens it. If you're having a busy day, just say, I'm overloaded today, I might be quiet. That's so much better than disappearing and leaving the other person guessing. Honesty is the clearest sign of trust. It's saying, I respect you enough to be real with you. And when you're open, you invite the other person to be open too. People often think that honesty only matters when it comes to big secrets or confessions. But the truth is, it's the everyday honesty that builds trust. Sharing your feelings, your schedule, your worries, letting the other person know what's going on instead of making them guess. When you're open, you build a culture of trust, one where both people feel safe to be themselves, to make mistakes, and to talk about what's really happening. Next, let's talk about consistency. Inconsistency destroys trust fast. People feel safe when your behavior is steady, when they know what to expect. If you text non-stop one day and then vanish the next, you leave question marks, you create doubt. But steady, small acts of attention prevent major doubts from ever taking root. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be consistent. Imagine a relationship where you never know what's coming. One day, they're all in, calling, texting, planning dates. The next day, radio silence. You start to wonder, did I do something wrong? Are they losing interest? That uncertainty breeds anxiety, and anxiety kills connection. But if your attention is steady, if you show up in small ways day after day, you build a sense of security. The other person knows, I can count on them. That's what trust feels like. Another small habit that builds trust is listening and remembering. Really listening is one of the biggest signs of sincerity. It's more than just hearing words, it's showing that you care about what the other person is saying. Remembering little details builds enormous trust. If they told you last week that they had a job interview and a week later you ask, hey, how did the interview go? In that moment, they feel, wow, they actually care about me. It's those small moments that add up when you remember the name of their favorite coffee or ask about their family or check in on something they mentioned in passing. You show that you're paying attention. You're not just going through the motions, you're truly invested. That investment makes trust grow. It tells the other person, you matter to me and I'm here for you. Now let's talk about thoughtful gestures. You don't need grand surprises or expensive gifts to build trust. Small, thoughtful actions create lasting trust and connection. Bringing them their favorite coffee, putting your phone aside while they talk, sending a good luck text before their big meeting. These small, meaningful habits are what make trust long term. People remember how you made them feel far more than they remember what you said. When you do something thoughtful, you are telling the other person, I'm thinking about you. I care about your happiness. Those gestures may seem small, but they're powerful. They make the other person feel valued, seen, and secure. Over time, those tiny acts build a mountain of trust. So let's pull it all together. Trust isn't built with big words. It's built with small, everyday habits. Keeping your word, being open, staying consistent, listening, and making small gestures. These may seem simple, but they're what hold a relationship together. They create a sense of safety, a feeling that you're both in this together. Remember, trust doesn't appear overnight, but step by step, it becomes unshakable. If you're wondering how to start, it's not about changing who you are. It's about making small choices more often. Start by keeping the promises you make, even the little ones. Be honest about your feelings, your plans, your worries. Show up in small ways, day after day. Listen when the other person talks and remember what matters to them. Do something thoughtful, even if it's just a quick text or a smile. Over time, you'll notice something amazing. The relationship starts to feel lighter. There's less drama, less guessing, less stress. You both relax knowing you're on the same team. You start to build memories together, not just of fun dates or big moments, but of everyday trust. That's the magic. That's what makes a relationship last. And here's the truth. Trust is fragile, but it's also resilient. If you make a mistake, own up to it. Apologize. Make it right. The small habits still matter, even when things go wrong. In fact, those habits are what help you rebuild trust if it's ever broken. They're the glue that holds everything together. So, as you think about dating, whether you're starting something new or deepening a relationship you're already in, focus on the small habits. Don't get distracted by drama or big gestures. Instead, pay attention to the little things. Because in the end, it's not the grand declarations of love that matter most. It's the everyday choices, the small acts, the habits that say, "You can count on me." If this message gave you new ideas on how to build trust, don't forget to subscribe. Because in the next videos, I am going to share how to protect trust once you have it, and the biggest mistakes people make in dating. There's so much more to learn. Join me and let's build healthier relationships together. Let's take a closer look at each habit so you know exactly how to put them into practice. First, keeping your word. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect. Life happens, plans change. But it does mean that when you make a promise, you treat it as important. If you're running late, let them know. If you can't make it, explain why. The key is to show that you care about their expectations and you respect their time. When you keep your word, you send a clear message. You can trust me. It's not just about being reliable, it's about building emotional safety. The more you follow through, the more the other person feels secure. And when you slip up, be honest. Say, "I'm sorry I missed our call. Something came up, but you're important to me." That honesty doesn't erase the mistake, but it shows you care about the relationship. Now let's talk more about honesty and openness. This isn't just about telling the truth, it's about being transparent. If you're feeling stressed or upset or unsure, share it. Don't hide behind silence or vague answers. When you're open, you invite the other person to be real with you. That's how intimacy grows. Sometimes, people hide things because they're afraid of conflict or rejection. But hiding creates distance. It's better to say, "I'm feeling overwhelmed today, I might be quiet," than to vanish and leave the other person wondering. Openness creates trust. It lets the other person know that you're human and that you trust them enough to be honest. Consistency is the next big habit. People feel safe when they know what to expect. When your attention is steady, when your behavior is predictable, trust grows. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect. Everyone has busy days or times when they need space. But if you're hot and cold, if you swing between extremes, you create confusion. Try to be steady in your communication, your affection, your presence. If you're busy, let them know. If you need space, explain why. It's the uncertainty that destroys trust, not the occasional busy day. When you're consistent, the other person feels, "I know where I stand, I know what to expect." That's a powerful feeling. Listening and remembering is another key habit. It's easy to get caught up in your own world, your own worries. But when you make an effort to listen, to really hear the other person, you build trust. Remember the things that matter to them. Ask about their day, their plans, their feelings. When you remember little details, you show that you care. It's often the small moments that mean the most. When you ask about their job interview or remember their favorite snack, you show that you're invested, you're paying attention. That attention builds trust, one conversation at a time. Finally, thoughtful gestures. You don't need to be extravagant. You don't need big surprises. Small, thoughtful actions speak volumes. Bringing them their favorite coffee, sending a text before their big meeting, putting your phone aside and giving them your full attention. These habits create a sense of connection, a feeling that you're in this together. People remember how you made them feel. When you do something thoughtful, you create memories. You build trust. Over time, those small gestures become the foundation of a strong relationship. So remember, trust is built with small habits. Keeping your word, being honest and open, staying consistent, listening and remembering, making thoughtful gestures. These habits may seem simple, but they're powerful. They're what hold a relationship together. Trust doesn't appear overnight. It takes time, patience, and effort. But step by step, habit by habit, you build something unshakable. You build a relationship that feels safe, supportive, and strong. If you want to build trust in dating, start small. Focus on the everyday choices, the little promises, the honest conversations, the steady attention, the thoughtful gestures. Over time, you'll see the difference. The relationship will feel lighter, safer, and more connected. And if you found these ideas helpful, subscribe for more. In upcoming videos, I'll share how to protect trust once you have it and the biggest mistakes people make in dating. There's so much more to learn, and I'm excited to help you build healthier relationships. Join me and let's build trust, one small habit at a time. Let's create relationships that last, relationships that feel safe, supportive, and real. It all starts with trust, and trust starts with you.